Peace, family. Peace and love. Peace and power for the journey. As I was meditating, doing my workout today, listening to the Most High, listening to God, however you see it. Big Mama said it's important that I speak on this at this time. Oh, and to clarify, because somebody asked me, Big Mama, some call her God. For a long time, they kept telling us to call her our Father in heaven, right? Whatever you want to call her, that's fine. She is prime creator, source, divine mother of us all, right? Creator of us all. So Big Mama said it's important that I speak on this at this time because I feel like a lot of people are still thinking that someone is coming to save them. Somebody coming out the sky to save you, right? Ain't nobody coming out the sky to save you, baby. And although we have source, prime creator, Big Mama, if you know that the power that she has been given to her children to apply to their life. That's why ain't nobody coming to save you, because you're supposed to use your power, knowing who you are. First of all, you got to know who you are to even assert your power, because when you know how you are, when you know who you are, you move accordingly. You don't need nobody to save you. You save yourself. And that's very important, because I still hear people, because we've all been programmed through religion and many things for so long to think that that's what was going to happen. So I get it. I got it. But it's time to move past that. No one is coming out the sky to save you. The magic wand, the magic, you are the magician. It's in you. It's in you. Right? Like I said, source, prime creator has given you what you need to save yourself. But you can't continue to be tricked and not know who you are and not assert your power, or you won't be able to do anything but what you've been doing. Praying to someone other than yourself. Worshiping someone other than yourself. Asking somebody to give you something, not realizing with your real eye that you have the power to do it for yourself. It's like, even if I told someone this, if you look at it even in the context of when we were taught about God in church, right? Because many of us, wherever you are on this path, whether you've awakened or not, many of us, if not all of us, started there. Even if somebody telling you a child of God, what that make you? Think about it. If somebody is telling you that you are a child of God, does that not make you a God? Whatever my mother is, that's who I am. Whatever my father is, that's who I am. And if I say, because I know that I'm a goddess, don't that mean my son a god? And I'm saying it because I want people to really think about that. Whomever you subscribe to, whatever you know your truth to be, whatever you're saying that you are, why are you looking for someone or something outside of yourself to do it for you? Especially if you saying you a god or a goddess. That means you create what you want. That means you save yourself. And if you just walking around saying that and you don't really mean it, then what does that make you? Because I heard someone say this the other day. They was like, it's not enough to just walk around and hold a title and say you a god or a goddess. You got to do some god and goddess shit if that's who you are. And I felt that. I felt that in my whole soul. Because I'm like, you're right. I ain't about to be out here letting nobody tell me who I am when I know who I am, or telling me what I can and cannot do when I know who I am, the power and the authority that I hold. And I'm glad that he said that, you know, on his platform, because it made sense, because a lot of people are walking around saying that you're whatever, or you're even letting people tell you that. And it's like, are you really thinking about what you're saying? Are you really thinking about what you're saying? Are you really thinking about what you're speaking over yourself? Are you thinking about what you're letting someone else speak over you or pour into you? Because anybody that has listened to me, I always tell you, baby, you use your own discernment. Your own first eye should be open. You should know who you are. I or nobody else can't tell you who you are. Just like that's why nobody can't tell me who I am. When you know, you just know, baby, and you act accordingly. But it saddens me to see people really thinking somebody coming to save them. But I know why. Because we've all been tricked under that veil for a long time to think that someone was coming to save you. You've been tricked to even just keep saying Father when it's like you don't even know. And I'm glad they asked who Big Mama is, who Prime Creator is, who Source is. No dumb questions. I'm glad you asked. You know what I'm saying? And whatever term you call her, that's fine. Make it personal to you. But just know that even if you go to church every Sunday and somebody said you are a child of God, stay with me. That means you should be responding and behaving accordingly as a child of God, right? Which means if God can do X, Y, and Z, because that's what they told you, right? That's what they told you. What makes you think that you can't? It's like you can't listen to half of it and don't listen to the whole thing, family. We can't, we have to make sure, well, we don't have to do nothing. But I inspire you to make sure you know who you are, whose you are, however you see that. Your own power and your own authority. It's not enough for you to let anyone, me or anyone, tell you anything, and you're not using your own discernment and you're not going deep within. Like I said, as I was meditating, Big Mama said, speak on this. So even when you're praying, it's okay to pray. You're normally talking, having a conversation, asking or whatever, right? You have to make time to listen, family. That's how you learn who you are. So when you learn, you know, and you stand on whatever it is you know about yourself, whatever it is, you know, the truth that you've been given. Until you listen, you can't know anything. And you also have to be discerning of what and who you're listening to. Because no one outside of you, your higher self, should trump what's going on with you and how you're moving. And I just really hope that inspires someone, because you still have people, I get it, we still got a couple of family members, you know, with sleep in their eyes. We rooting for you, baby. We rooting for you, I'm telling you. And I get it, because it's not an easy task to fully awaken, especially when you have energies and entities and people that don't want you to know who you are, because they've become so comfortable with telling you who you are and who your God is and all that stuff, right? And they become so comfortable with you listening to everything they say, because when you're listening and you're under someone else's power and authority, you're giving them power and authority over you. And we're in the age where it is time for you to be fully awakened. Open your eyes, whatever it is that you see. When you see and you listen, you go with that. That's your truth that Source has given you. It may not look like mine. It may not look like someone else's, but you shouldn't be letting anyone outside of you and your source and your highest self tell you anything. And last but not least, most definitely, family, ain't nobody coming out the clouds to save us. We got everything we need to save ourselves. We can even ask for strength. We can even ask for endurance. But trust me when I say, you've been given everything you need to do it. It's just many of us, remember, have been so programmed and tricked that you don't even use what you have, that you don't even know what you have. And you've only been glorifying and giving people authority over you. And they don't want to release it. They don't want to let it go. So it's not an easy journey. But in this game called life, you either going to play it or you going to transition. Like, that's your only choice you got, right? So I'm sending you peace, love, and power for the journey, family.